Shalom, Yasharallah. I want to start off by giving all praise and glory honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Israel. And salutation to you Akim out there that's pushing this word sincerity and truth. Back at it again. With the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, make another video. Push this word, push this truth. I'm going to label this one having little business allows you not to be carnal. And with that scripture from the Apocrypha, where it says in your leisure time, you know, basically in your leisure time and the time you should be reading, because leisure goes back to reading. So in your leisure time, that's when you become wise. And it says having little business, you know what I'm saying, while we're in this truth, man, it allows you to focus on what you need to focus on, man. So not taking on that promotion, not taking on things that this is going to pull you away from the Lord, pull you away from staying in this truth, you know what I'm saying. But having little business allows you not to be carnal, because like the scripture says about money and things like that is the root of all evil. Us as Israel, we have an issue with serving other gods, and that's through all the scriptures, man. That's why we always went off, and that's why we're here today, because we're serving this curse, because of our ancestors, which is us today, went off by being in everything. You understand what I'm saying? So having little business allows you not to be carnal. So it allows you not to have that lust of money, you know what I'm saying, where you won't be trying to seek after the money, you know what I'm saying. If you having the mentality of gaining in this world, if you're trying to come up in the world and be a certain figure in the world, or let me do this and let me start this on myself, and I'm trying to blow up and I'm trying to get to the money. Because that's what's wrong with Jake nowadays, man. Every time you look on something, they're always trying to tell you to get the money, get the money, get the money. Every brother can attest to this when he's on the plantation, and everybody's in there trying to tell you to get the money, get the money, get the money. Overtime, get the money. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about that, because that's taking you away from what you need to be doing for the Lord, which is pushing His truth, learning and getting knowledge and understanding of His word to make your calling and election sure. So we have to stay diligent, man, and buckle down and pay attention to when things are going to get worse for us and not be able to follow the Lord like we need to. You see what I'm saying? So I know there's an instance for me when I took a position, and that kind of hindered me from reading, from following the Lord like I need to. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, because He moves in mysterious ways, but I got fired. You know what I'm saying? And when I got fired, that was the best thing for me, because it humbled me and it brought me back so I could have understanding of why I didn't need that job. You know what I'm saying? So little business allows you not to be carnal. So our people just lust after money, lust after other gods and things like that. They put everything else before the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So that's the issue, man. You know, so people out here, when they get the money, and then you start getting more of the money, you know what I'm saying? Because we all need money in this society. That's how we providing for our families and things like that. So, you know, like the scripture says, you know, be in this world but not of the world. You know what I'm saying? So we don't want to be of this world, but we living in it. You know what I'm saying? We live in the world, but we're not of the world. So we here, but you don't want to be partakers and be out here. You don't be out here in the scene. You don't be out here partying. You don't want to be out here being a nigga, man, basically. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the issue of with our people, man. That, you know, they'll fall back into the ways of being a nigga, you know what I'm saying, instead of staying humble and buckling down and keeping their mind on the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And you got to know when the test is coming too, when the Lord is putting the test in front of you, man. Because a lot of these things, like if brothers used to hustle back in the day, and then you got them niggas that come around and they still trying to, you know, front you up something so you can go ahead and go and run that and stuff like that, and it be tempting because you know how much money you can make. So you know the things that like that, you know, of that nature. You don't want to put yourself in a predicament where you're going to hinder yourself, and Yahweh forbid that he takes that spirit up off you because you went left and you start doing other things that you're not supposed to be doing, man. So like it says in let me flip the Proverbs real quick. Proverbs 23:4, it says, labor not to be rich and cease from thine own wisdom, man. So labor not to be rich and cease from thy own wisdom. So that's the whole point. We're not here to be laboring to get the money. We're here to be serving this curse. And what we're supposed to be doing is coming back into our nationality and following Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, you make it until the end. You endure to the end, man. But that's the whole point, because you don't know if you're going to make it or not. So because you don't know if you're going to make it or not, that's what makes you need to push it even harder, because you are trying to make your calling and election sure. So that's why brothers is going hard with the videos and on the highways and byways and just pushing this truth as hard as they can, because we fear the Lord and we know the Lord's power. We believe in him. We have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and what he says in this word, and this word is true. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, labor not to be rich, cease from thine own wisdom. So what you think is correct is not correct. What you think is wise is not the wise thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it also says in Proverbs, it says a man's goings is of the Lord. So how can a man understand his own way? So you won't be able to understand your own way because the Lord is guiding your footsteps. And when you thinking you out here making these moves, because that's what's wrong with Jake too at the same time. They always thinking they out here making these money moves, or they thinking I got myself here. I did this. I'm the one that did, you know what I'm saying? They constantly pushing that, you know what I'm saying? When it's the Lord who put you in those positions, man. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to they don't want to thank the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Them celebrities do, but that's on the left hand side, because they really ain't talking about Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They want to get up there and win them so-called awards like they mean something, and they first want to thank God. Man, that's all fake. But you know, you got to thank the Lord in the good times and the bad times, man. When he's providing for you, you're able to get your daily bread, you know what I'm saying? And in the bad times, you know what I'm saying? Because everything is for a reason. And if he got you going through some bad times, it's because he probably wants you to wake up and pay attention to something, man. So at the end of the day, it's all good, but you got to thank Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai every time, man. You know what I'm saying? So cease from thine own wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the Lord has in store for you. So what you thinking is correct is not correct. It might not be the right way he wants you to flow. You know what I'm saying? So he's allowing you to go down these paths and come up, per se, and get money. You know what I'm saying? And you get more money, and then like that it might blow up and get to your head, man, and it throw you off, where you start boasting. You know what I'm saying? And you don't stay humble and actually use the money, you know what I'm saying, as a benefit to shoot, Lord willing, push the truth even more. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, help the brotherhood out, or help another brother out, you know what I'm saying? And if that brother's in need, you know, things of that nature. But you have to stay humble and stay in the spirit to get those things, man, and not switch to the carnal side and try to be a nigga again. You know what I'm saying? So